to the stupid school that I went when I was young, and before someone comes and comments that, oh, I got slapped because I probably look like a hooker or a slut at the time, shut the fuck up. I was a kid at the time. Welcome back and namaste, baby girl. Okay, so today's story is going to be a very juicy ass story to the stupid school that I went when I was young, and before someone comes and comments that, oh, I got slapped because I probably look like a hooker or a slut at the time, shut the fuck up. I was a kid at the time. I was a baby. Anyways, I'm using this sunscreen from Foxtale. Anyways, my cold has gone at this point because that's what I can feel. My nose is not blocked anymore. I don't know. Other things has never been blocked. For example, my blessing, my love or anything. And by the way, happy belated new year. I hope this new year brings lots of good stuff and everything that is new in your life. Disclaimer, I went to Catholic school, and after school I myself chose to go to Catholic college, so I don't have any issues with that. What I had issue was with the principal of the college. Back to the story, I went to this Catholic school in a small town, and they had issue with everything that there is no problem with. They had issue with the hair, they had issue with the pants, they had issue with the skirts, they had issue with like everything. If you're breathing, like they would like come on your neck, like they had issue with everything, I swear to God. Principal with whom I had issue with before that person came to the school, there was like different principal who was like, he had a good bonding with everyone, with the teachers, with the student, like he doesn't have any problem, any issues, but he was doing his duty as he needs to do and stuff, and that's it. Nothing more dramatic or anything. But the one that came to my school was when I was in 7th standard. Even some of the teacher had issue with him. I'm applying this Glow Clock Primer by Mars Cosmetics. It's very sticky primer. If you guys love a very long lasting base, I guess you guys should try this. It's very good. Grips of whatever you apply on top of it, and it's not gonna come out until unless you wash it off with a cleanser and face wash. It's like sticking forever. Your ex might break you off, but this thing ain't breaking you off. I remember like even many teachers, like sometimes they would just come, like when they're taking our classes and stuff, some of them would like indirectly hint that how they don't like the new principal and stuff. So by that we get to know that not every teacher likes him too. And by the way, he resembles a little bit like the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, so that's why his nickname was Modi. As soon as someone say Modi, the first thing that will come to the mind, whoever is in that school will be the principal, not the prime minister at the point. Don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to get anything political or such, and also if you know the school name, if you know, if you don't know, please don't ask, because I don't want to get sued, because I'm not that rich to get sued at the moment. So when the person came, he changed the entire school dynamic into one thing to something else. When I was in the school, I don't know about how it is going on right now, because I have been out of the school way long time back. I'm like, now if I think back, it's like he's the Kim Jong-un. By the way, I'm using this color correction by Inside Cosmetics. I don't know how other Catholic schools were, but this was my school. It was not like that before, but as soon as that person came and became the principal, it became something else. So when I was in 10th standard, the incident happened. It was like, we are supposed to prepare for a board exam when we were in 10th standard. So before the boards, there are like pre-boards. If you don't clear this one, you're not qualified to go for the board exam. So you will have to stay 1 year back. Before the official dates of pre-boards was released by the main headquarters, the principal of my college of that time, he directly announced that, okay, so our pre-boards will be starting in 1 week, and all of us are not aware that it's not the official one, but it was in fact created by him. So it happened, and then it took place, and all the students from the 10th standard, we all wrote the pre-boards. Apparently, I'm using this concealer by Inside Cosmetics. Oh my god, I'm literally like forgetting everything, whatever I'm using. It's like HD concealer. It's like full beat up, full on, full coverage concealer. You can see that. A fake pre-board that he had released by himself got over, like all of us were done by that, and after 1 week the result comes out. Like I made through it, and so does many of my friends and everything. So the one who couldn't make it, he was like, you have to go and write down exams again. And at that time he announced that it was like conducted by him, not by the central board that our education center comes under. All of us were relieved, and again me, I was like, what the hell was that? I gave my ass, my life, my soul to it to make sure that I made it through it. But he comes to the class announcing that the one who couldn't make it to the exam that he had apparently set up need to stay back after a few days. He gave few days to study and everything and have to reappear again, and it will be after the classes. So our classes used to get over by 2:30 at the time. So after 2:30, the one who couldn't make it have to stay back and they have to rewrite the exam again. And again he also announced the one who want to appear again despite making through it can also join. Me being the dumbest person ever, oh my god, literally the worst decision. Until today I regret that shit. Like, I also submitted my name to rewrite my exam, even though I make it, since he told even the one who make it can just reappear again just to test themselves up, because in other way it will be like better for me as well, because it will help me more to concentrate and to get good marks in the main board. So I, along with like few of my friends, like we all submitted our names, like okay, we are again like willing to test ourselves with whatever he is planning to take us on the time. Mind you, when the day comes, we were like meant to reappear exam not inside the classroom but outside in the open field ground in the sunshine. Everyone, even the one who didn't make it, who made it, all of us were like so disappointed, like what the hell is that? Like, so we have to write our exam sitting on the ground, taking the paper on our lap and write our exam on the open ground in the sunshine. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It was not like it's such a disrespectful thing, but anyway, it's nothing, it doesn't matter. So all of us, all the students were sat down, proper concrete high ground. He was standing there. So after distributing all the question paper and all the exam paper sheets and anything, he climbed up to the proper concrete ground where he can watch everyone, whoever, like he can monitor everything, whatever is happening, he can watch everything from that particular position. So he was there. So at the time I was writing, so does my friend, we were meant to sit at least 3 meters apart from each other on the ground, 3 or 4 meters apart from each other. I'm not very accurate with the measurements. I really wonder where is that principal right now, because no news, no nothing, even I don't want to know anything about him anyway. Sounds so shitty, like, oh my god. I don't hate him, but I don't know, I don't hate him, I don't love him, I have nothing against him, I have nothing to give it to him either. So we all sat down and stuff and we were writing. So I have a habit of like, whenever I want to remember something that I have studied or that I have gone through, I have a habit of thinking and then like murmuring on my lips, like no voice is coming out, but I will be just recalling what I read, and so automatically my lips will be moving. That thing was happening while I was sitting on the ground on the sunshine and I was like writing. I was recalling some answers, like whatever I studied and stuff. While I was recalling it, my lips were moving. He directly shouted on the mic, "Hey you, please come here." And then I was like, okay. At the time I was just like, okay, maybe come on, I already passed his fake pre-board exam, like what the hell are you gonna do? Nothing, right? So I was like, okay, maybe he just wants me to stay home. I'm like, okay, fine, I'm just going home. That was my mindset at the time while I was coming towards him. As soon as I came towards him, he took my paper, like he grabbed my paper like aggressively, like this, and then he slapped me without any question. He slapped me. I still remember he slapped on my left side of the cheek. No wonder he is like a fucking pimple growing up to till this day, but I guess it's getting rid of all the disease that he carried on his hands. He held the mic towards his left arm, and since he was standing on the like concrete, which is like a little bit like up-ground concrete, so naturally he was like more taller, like unnaturally, like he was like on a taller height, so his mic was a little bit near to my mouth area. So at the time I just asked him, "What happened, father?" And then he was like, "Shut up, stop talking, just go." I'm like, why? I told him, and mind you, all the conversation that happened between me and him, he was loud, I was not loud. I was still a little bit shocked at that time. I don't know what to do, like what exactly happened. It was like very quick situation where I was still like recovering, like what the fuck just happened. I was like, why, how? I was like just questioning him back because it was like so shocking, and like all the things that I was questioning him was apparently like audible to everyone because it was connected to the mic. So all the student could hear, like between him and me conversation, like he was shouting and talking with me that probably everyone could hear, and I was talking slowly but still the mic was like closer to my mouth, so it became audible. For the eyes, I'm using this Swiss Beauty Cosmetics liquid concealer. Like I swear to god, these days I'm so obsessed with concealer. I have like literally 3 concealer. One is from Sugar Cosmetics, I believe. One is from Inside Cosmetics. One is from Swiss Beauty Cosmetics. I don't really use concealer all over my face, but sometimes I do use to cover up everything, or just to cover whatever I want to cover, and that's it. Blam blam blam. Wow, it looks very even tone. So at the time, so he just like shoo me off saying like just get out and everything. So I came back to my classroom. I remember as soon as I entered my classroom, I got so angry, like why the hell did he slap me? Because I didn't even did anything wrong, because at the time I wasn't aware. I was like, I didn't even did anything wrong. Even despite clearing whatever exam he set up, I got through it and everything, but still I chose to sit down and write it again just to test myself up. That's why like I'm telling you, don't be greedy. Once you get something through it, don't go back to get the same stuff again. Like never, baby girl, never. Once you got something, that's it. My advice is like, once you get the bag, fuck off from here, baby girl. Never stay here. You got your bag, you got your job done. That's it, that's enough. Move on to next thing. Don't stay at the same place. Because that's what had taught me from that experience. Like once it's done, it's done. So right now I have 2 blush from Inside Cosmetic. So this one is like lip and cheek tint, and this one is just like a blush. So I just mix both of them. This is like orangey tone and this is like a pink tone, and together it creates a color that I like. So first of all, I just like to swipe it on my hand, grab it at the back of my hand like this, take the other one and the orange one, take it like this, and I just, both of them are like pigmented as hell. I take any brush, whatever you have, or you can also use your hand. Sometimes I just use my hand. I swear to god, I don't know how to place a blush. I just place it wherever I feel like. Every day is like a new different story to place a blush. Sometimes I look like I got abused. Sometimes I look like I'm drunk or something. Sometimes I just like, okay, I did a blush kind of a thing. So I don't know. I definitely have a like blush blindness, I would say. It's not very visible on the camera right now, but when I look into the mirror, it's like on the face. So after that, the vice principal, like he entered first, and he was like, just go home. Like he told me politely, okay? He was like he held me on my shoulder. So he was like, just go back home, it's okay, it's okay. Like everything will be alright, just go back home. He said to me so softly, I remember till today. But thank you for that. Like I feel like deep down even the vice principal knows that I was angry, like because I also got heated up eventually at the time, and also deep down I feel like even he knows that who was wrong at the time, because he always like that principal was like known to do shit every new day. He do new shit. So before I left, like the principal told me to bring my parents the next day, and I'm like, yeah, sure, I'm going to bring it, because I was like so angry. Like I don't care at that time. You want me to meet my parents? Okay, sure. I have my own side of story. How I have been abused by you for no reason. Out of the topic, but I feel like it shouldn't be where people are being like physically abused to teach or to make them learn something. I feel like it's not the correct way or the correct procedure. I don't know how it works now at the point in school, but I hope it has changed. I know in the city and everything it doesn't work like that. Like they have a proper rules and regulation where they're not allowed to physically abuse students or stuff, or I might be wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, baby girls. But in that school, I'm damn sure still some of the teachers, they still abuse. I literally love this so much that I'm literally taking this one out with the pump, because the pump ain't even working now, but I really love the product. I'm so sure that at least someone or the other is getting their ass whooped in the school for like forgetting to put a single tiny dot in a poem that they were writing or something, because some rules and regulation doesn't just apply to that particular region or to that particular school. And guess what? The funniest part, when he told me to bring the parents the next day, guess whom I bought? I bought my grandfather. Next day I bought my grandfather to fight with him, you know. I was like, we need to get his like ass whoop. I swear to God, he's hitting me for no reason that I have absolutely not done anything that deserve an ass whoop or get a slap like that. So I bought my grandfather. The next day, as soon as we enter his like office, he knew the topic. As soon as he saw me, and also he saw that I have been accompanied by a guardian, I bought my grandpa. He didn't ask about of our relation, like what is the relation between my grandpa and me. He just like directly stood down, and then my grandpa also sat down, and I was just standing next to my grandpa. And he was like, your child has cheated like this, like this. I'm like, father, I didn't cheat. I have a habit of murmuring. You can ask my grandpa. When he doesn't know, he doesn't even know I have a habit like that, by the way. So I was like, father, I was just murmuring. I was just trying to recall the answer that I was planning to write down, and that's why whenever I do that, I have a habit of murmuring. But no voice, no sound doesn't come out, and no one can understand whatever I'm talking to myself at that point. Even if they look at me, they ain't gonna understand anything. Like, come on. I'm just applying this foundation over the blush because it looks great underneath. At this point, if you're wondering like, how can I talk like that to the principal? Like, trust me, when I was young, even still now, I had the guts to talk back. Like, in a good way. If I have not done something that I know for sure that I haven't, then I will just like reply them back. Like, I don't care. Even if you're elder, even if you're younger, okay, I haven't done this means I haven't done it. If you are wondering, oh my god, like you're being so rude or something, no. Like, after sitting down and having a proper communication, he understood that it was his fault. And there was like miscommunication and misinterpretation of the situation. In his own mind, he always had the negative things going against the student or anyone in that school. I don't know, maybe that's the situation, that's why he acted up like that, I don't know. At last he asked me, okay, what can I do for you? After he understood the situation and everything. And then I was like, okay father, just come and clarify in the classroom. Like, it happened by mistake and everything. Oh my god, as soon as I say this word, his expression changed. From being a little bit sweet person to he was like, no. You know how Jesus was beaten and crucified even if he was a truthful. I'm like, girl, I'm not God, I'm a human being. Because by next day it became such a massive like hit breaking news in the entire school that from the teacher to my cousins to everyone knows. And mind you, all my cousins goes to the same school that I went. They know what happened in the school. So all of them were aware, even the teacher, even the one who had never been in the incident, even they came to know. It was like this widespread news. It spread like a wildfire. It was just like breaking news. So as soon as I told him to just come to my classroom and clarify which are my classmates and everything, and he was like, no, I'm not gonna do this. And he started saying like blah 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 about like Jesus story and everything. And so annoying. Like, tell me you have ego issue without telling me you have ego issue. What's wrong in owning your own fault? You just have to say like, okay, it happened by mistake and everything, and that's it. Oh my god, just because he is in certain position doesn't mean that he cannot do mistakes. Some people, they have like mindset where if they are in certain position, they think that they are perfect and everything. So I guess he is one of the person, like, I don't know. He never came to my class to apologize or to clarify the things and everything. And after that, the plot twist, oh my god, the plot twist is yet to come. My grandpa, out of nowhere, told my principal, oh, he doesn't study at all. I'm like, grandpa, I bought you to support me, not to support him. Oh my god, how many betrayal will I get? My first betrayal, like, I trusted him with my life, soul and everything, grandpa. He was like, scold him because he doesn't study at home. I'm like, mind you, I was not that bad at studies. I was okay, I would say. And also, I was never pressured to get a good marks or anything. And also, I was never a bad student. But As soon as my grandpa said that he doesn't study at home, now the principal got a topic to jump back to me. He must have thought, okay, now it's time to get his ass whooped again. So he was like, oh, okay, let me just check your marks and everything. Okay, you're this, like, okay, they all started again another topic. And I was like so disappointed at my grandpa. I'm like, grandpa, I bought it to support me, not to support him. Was it very necessary to say that I didn't study at home? I'm not like everyday studious person or anything. After all this kind of things happened, and I was supposed to be suspended for a week, but I came back the next day with my grandpa to meet him without my school bag, but I came along with my full school uniform, but without any books or without anything, without any like school equipment. So after that, principal just told me to like sit down in the class and get a notebook from outside and just like write on that for today. I remember my class teacher of that time, he came to me and he was like, how did the meeting went? And I was angry and annoyed because I was feeling happy that I got to overthrow him, but my grandpa took his side and again I got overthrown again. The biggest betrayal. So I don't remember what exactly I told a little bit loudly to my teacher. I probably told something like, he is not a good principal or something, and everybody heard it. And mind you, I said it in a local language, I didn't say it in English, and I went to the English medium school. Something like he was not a good principal or something, and I said it a little bit loud, like in an audible way where all my classmates could hear, and everybody started laughing and clapping for me, and it was like that's when I recovered back. That's when I was like not depressed, not sad anymore. I'm like, okay. And even I remember some teacher like on that day after the classes and everything during the break and stuff, like some of them they asked me like, oh, that thing happened. Some of them were like genuinely sorry because they knew it, like they know me years and years. Even before way long time back, he came to school to rule it. Like he came to the school, some of the teachers like they know their students how they are. They knew it that I didn't did anything wrong and I probably didn't deserve that slap or that abuse from him. They were like so kind. They were like, I hope you're fine now, I hope you're okay. I'm like, okay, I'm doing good and stuff. And that's when my school went. I remember the teacher who asked me that, even that teacher doesn't really like that principal. Like open with the students and other teachers that he doesn't really like that principal. By the way, right now I'm using this compact powder by Inside Cosmetic. It's the older version one. I don't know whether it's available on their website right now or no, but it's still like very good. It's like very affordable and very nice compact powder, and it looks very cute. Pink! Oh my god, even my bracelet is pink. So that incident happened during like a little bit end of the year of my school days. Probably it was like 2 months before I leave the school or something like that. So after that incident, he never. I also made sure to come face to face with him because I don't want to see him, and I also never saw him coming towards me to talk again about it or anything, even like just passing through it, which I like, by the way. Like I was like still very angry and annoyed whenever I see it. And also from this incident, what I have learned is like never shut the fuck up. Like respect is a mutual bond. You give respect, you get respect. That's the thing. It's not like, oh, someone is this and we need to give him respect. Yeah, of course, up to some point, but it's not up to the point where if they are not respecting you, then you shouldn't be the one. Point that thing out. And I don't know why some people, they're like so egoistic. They cannot see themselves. They cannot see what the hell they're doing. They're like, whatever they did is like valid and they don't need to be questioned or anything. And oh my god, how do they even exist in this world? I swear to god. Go live somewhere in the Pluto, Jupiter or Uranus or something. Like go somewhere far away or in another galaxy. I used to perform quite a lot, not very much, but a little bit during my school days. So I was like a little bit well known in the school, like among the students and teachers. So that's how like it became more publicized. So the story gets more and more publicized because of me, or because of the people, the amount of people that saw when that incident happened and everything. And even up to till this day, I get questioned by my classmates, like those who are in contact with me up to till this day. They ask me like, do you remember this? Do you remember that? I'm like, exactly, how can I forget that? It was such a like memory for me that I will never forget, and it has taught me a lesson to never shut the fuck up. If you have done mistake, own it. If you have not, and someone is putting it onto you, speak it up. Like, let that person know. It doesn't matter whether they acknowledge it or not, but somewhere at the back of their mind, they know for sure that like they were not it. And even still now, some of you are like still thinking, oh my god, it's such a hate speech and like against the Catholic and stuff. Like, shut the fuck up. It has nothing like that. I'm just sharing the story time about what happened with me and the priest. I hope you enjoyed my video and my story time. If you like to watch this kind of video or like my vibes in general, then please consider subscribing, and I will see you soon. Bye!